Hello, nerds and ghouls! Welcome back to the Nerdgasm. As always, I am your host, Charles Fernandez. I know it's been a while since the last video, but it's Halloween! And there's always time for Halloween. I was really struggling on what to do for the 7th Nerdgasm Halloween special, but after drinking enough witch's brew, it finally came to me. One of my good friends had a starring role in a horror movie that just had a worldwide release. Her name is Shaeane Jimenez. She's an actor, singer-songwriter, stage performer, and the very first Nerdgasm correspondent. She agreed to sit down with me and discuss her role in the to-be exclusive Match. So nerds, buckle up and enjoy the 7th annual Nerdgasm Halloween special. Very awesome to have you on the show. Thank you so much again for doing this. This is fun. I know one of the things that we bonded, we've known each other for what, like 10 years now, which is crazy.
Is it 10 years? That's wild. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I mean, I was actually just telling my mom the other day we were talking, and I was like, yeah, I'm doing, remember Charles from Nerdgasm? She was like, oh, I love those. Like, she always brings it up. She was like, how did you guys even meet? Whatever. And I was, yeah, I always forget that we met on my very first job I ever booked after I graduated from theater school. I booked See No Evil, and that's how we met.
Yes, sir. That's our girl.
For the viewers that don't know, See No Evil is basically your classic true crime reenactment, and we played, we were reenacting. What really brings us here is a really cool project, really cool movie you were a part of. Not even just a part of, like, you're a fucking lead. And it's sweeping the nation right now. The Tubi crew is like, they're loving it, man. It's a really cool horror movie. If you didn't already know, it's on Tubi, which is free. You just need the internet. Shaeane's one of the leads. She absolutely kills it in this movie. Spoiler warning for people that haven't seen it yet. We're going to talk about everything. We were chatting when you were filming this movie, and you couldn't talk about it at all. You couldn't let me know anything, which was so cool. But it was like,
And it was
it
so
was
hard. It was so hard to talk to people and like not say anything. But thankfully we had our cast and we could talk about all the things together because it was, yeah, it was very hard. The script is, it's just such a cool story and there's so many twists and turns. And I knew that people would go into it even just based off of like the log line that like Danishka and the team put out. Like it's purposefully vague and makes it sound kind of like a lot of other movies. So I was excited to have people watch it and see all the things.
well, and what's great about it is it's very relevant. Like, I imagine the dating scene is a nightmare if it's primarily online, right? So,
Yeah, thankfully I haven't had to deal with online dating, but it looks awful.
right, it does not look fun. It
Yeah.
looks like these kind of things happen. So I wrote down a bunch of stuff, but like one of the things I'm most curious about is for people that don't know, you were in South Africa filming this movie, right? Okay.
Yeah, for 5 weeks. It was so cool.
5 weeks. That's awesome. That is so cool. So the casting process. So like how did that like how did that whole thing go? Did you always know it was going to be filming outside of Canada? Like was that something that, oh, they did? Okay.
Oh yeah. Right from the get-go, I knew that it was going to be shooting in South Africa. I had no idea why or how or what was happening. Um, I later found out that it's because Blue Ice Pictures, who is the production company, we have a sister company in South Africa called Blue Ice Africa. So we often do like a lot of they often do a lot of movies where they will shoot in South Africa and they'll have a couple cast members that are from Canada or wherever, and then yeah, and then they'll go and shoot
That's
over there. So like the whole
awesome.
crew and everybody else was all local. It was just me, Umberly, who plays my sister, and then Danishka, the director. Yeah, it was just the three of us that are from Canada, and everybody else was local, which was so sick. I always knew that it was going to be shot in South Africa, but it was actually like it was crazy how it worked out because I was actually on hold for a commercial that was also supposed to shoot in South Africa, which crazy. So I
Wow.
like auditioned for this movie. I sent in my self tape. I didn't hear anything for like a couple weeks, so I just like kind of forgot about it. And then I'm on hold for this commercial that's supposed to shoot in South Africa. And I was like, okay. And it was literally like 48 hours before I would have had to fly to South Africa. And I still hadn't heard anything from this commercial. And I was like, everything's fine. I'm going to be okay. I might be going across the world. Everything's cool. And then my agent calls me and she's like, okay, I have some news. I was like, lay it on me quick. I'm going to friggin' explode. And then she was like, you're not going to South Africa in 2 days. I was like, I feel like there's a but. She was like, but you are going to go to South Africa in January. And I was like, what do you mean? Because I totally forgot about this audition completely because it was like 3 weeks before this. I didn't get a call back. They didn't do callbacks, I found out, which is like,
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know how often that actually happens, but it felt pretty sick.
that's
So,
awesome. I think that's pretty awesome.
so then all of a sudden she was just like, you booked match. And I was like, literally crumbled to the floor. I was like, no.
That's so awesome.
It was, yeah, that was a crazy casting process because it didn't really feel like a casting process. But
Right.
I mean, I'm
Right.
sure they had lots going on their end, but it was just like so, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, you audition for so many things that like I've gotten really, really good at just detaching from them, which serves me well, I think, because I can just move on to the next thing and I don't. I try not to get super, super emotionally attached. Like, I obviously am invested in the audition, but when it's done, I try to just be like, okay. Anyways, I'm so, so grateful. And like, yeah, it was my first time ever getting to travel to film something as well. So getting to go to a place that's so far away and is so different for me. It's not like I went like it would have been sick to go to LA or something, but
For
it
sure.
just getting to go somewhere so far by
Yeah.
myself and just like go on that adventure was really cool.
Did they send you a scene from the script that you used to audition, or was it something like, oh, it
Yeah, yeah.
was?
Okay, actually, this is so funny. I was like, why am I even bringing these upstairs? I just found these like the other day. And before we got on the call, I was like, I'm just gonna bring these upstairs. These are literally my like original audition sides from
Oh,
my first
sick.
audition. Because I normally I'm really weird. I like keep a lot of shit that I don't need
I
to
kept
keep.
everything.
And one of the
Yeah,
things that I always keep is just like almost every audition I do, I keep the sides.
I did too.
And then
I did too.
especially if I book it, then I like go back and I'm like, this goes in a separate pile.
That's right.
But yeah,
This
so
goes on the fridge.
it's too yeah, it's I scan it and I fax it to my mom and I'm like, put it on your fridge too. Yeah, so it's two scenes from the movie. It's the scene where Paola and I are talking at the beginning of the movie, and she's like telling where I'm like drinking a beer and
Yeah, you're so cool.
being classic, skeptical, cool older sister.
Yeah.
And then the second scene is actually a scene that I think got completely cut. Yeah.
What's really neat about the movie too is, I mean, people that know you are like, she's a singer. So it was obviously when you started, like, you guys have a really couple nice moments where you get to like sing, and I was like, that's so cool. Like, so was that like a
Yeah.
requirement for your role?
No, I actually didn't know about the singing at all at first. And I ended up, I asked Danishka, wow, say that 5 times fast, when we first met, if they knew that I was a singer and if that was like part of the reason that I got the role. And she was like, no. She was like, we literally just took a chance and we're like, hopefully she can carry a tune. So it's a good thing that I can carry a tune
Oh my God.
because,
Yeah,
yeah, I
they
was
lucked out.
very stoked. Yeah, I was very stoked to be able to sing. Like anytime I get to sing in something, it makes it extra special. And then I got to sing in Spanish with
Yeah.
my sister. And yeah, it was nice that it was such a like a wholesome moment at the beginning of the movie, and then it's like a nice tent pole that we like circle back to. Like I felt, yeah, it was very cool.
That's awesome. Um, I mean,
Yeah,
and
very
if I remember correctly, is it one of your songs that's used in the end credits as well too?
yeah,
That
yeah. It
is
is my song
so
"Winner
cool.
Winner." Is played in the credits, which is yeah, extra sick, extra extra sick. Didn't know that was gonna happen, and thankfully everybody on the team is just amazing, and they all just. I didn't like send my music to them and was like, can you please use this? Which like I totally should have and could have, but
Right,
they
right.
actually just they actually just are cool and listened to my music. And Nishka specifically, our director, was like the one who messaged me and was like, "Oh my God, your music is so cool," blah blah, or whatever she said. So probably something not that crazy, but she, oh my God, like you're like the best
I,
artist ever. Like
you're
she
the,
didn't.
I'm so cool. You're so cool.
She like definitely didn't gush that much, but anyways, she was amazing and so cool to even listen to my music. So that was, yeah, when they asked if they could use it in the credits, I was like, yes. Yeah, that's my first sync placement for my music too. So to have the first time that my song is being used in the credits of a movie is a movie that I'm in is pretty sick.
Pretty badass. Pretty badass.
It's
And
just like
again,
the cake was already so good, and then they just like kept putting cherries on top, and I was
yeah.
like, you know what?
But I think
It's great.
I think it's really awesome that in a way that you weren't that person that was like, "Hey, here's my demo," or "Here, like, do you guys want to
Yeah,
use my music?"
yeah,
Like, I think that's even like I think it's great you didn't do that
yeah.
because, like you said, they actually listened to it and were like, "Holy shit, we should use this." And it's like, okay, okay. So I have a fun question here for you. Your first time reading the script. Were you, what kind of feeling did you have? Like, were you sad when you found out, like, when you're reading your character's fate? Or are you kind of like, awesome? Because it's pretty cool. It's pretty fucking cool.
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
oh man, okay. My first read through of the script was a journey, as you can understand.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
literally, yeah, so I like sat down to read it. I got to the scene with Lucille and Henry, which everybody knows what I'm talking about.
There it is.
And I literally had to close my laptop and like take a lap around my house. I was like, okay, okay, we're doing it. This is real. This is a real horror movie. A lot is happening. We're taking big swings, and I like that. And then I came back to my laptop and I read the rest of it. And then yeah, I read the ending and I read my fate and all of that. And I was like, just actor things. But I actually wasn't. I was like not sad at all. I was like just immediately so stoked that I got to die on screen. I was like, yes. And that it was like it actually took me off guard even when I was reading the script, the way that they described me like running for the door and like I'm about to make it to the door and I turn and see and I was like, no.
What I love about it too is it's a really cool, like, again, it was one of those things as soon as your neck gets cut, I'm like, I can't wait to ask her how they did that. Like how fun was stunt training for that? You know what
It
I
was so
mean?
fun. It was so
Right?
fun.
It must have been like
Yeah.
what a cool day at the office. And what I
Yeah.
love too
Yeah.
is you don't go down like just screaming. You're fucking like beating the shit out of you're beating the shit out of her, and you're like, it's a moment where you're like, kill her. Like I was literally like, yeah,
Yeah.
kill her,
Yeah.
kill her. Like that's my friend, kill her. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yes, yes, I love that. Yes. That is the exact feeling that I want people to have. I want them to be like rooting for Maria and be like, fucking get her.
Maria didn't fuck around. Like when
Yeah.
you went to the door and you're like, hey, so like my sister's here, and you just walked through, I was like, yeah, Maria,
Yeah.
go. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
It's great.
Yeah, all of those scenes were so, yeah, so fun to shoot. Like Diane, who plays Lucille, is just, she's so fun to play with. Like she is such a sweetheart. It's just like a joy, a light to be around. And then as soon as she had her makeup on and we were on set, I was like, fucking psycho bitch. Like it was so easy to snap.
Yeah.
Like she is so amazing that it was so easy to be like, give me my fucking sister. Like I was just so yeah.
She
So that was
plays
really
it
fun.
so
And I mean,
well.
who doesn't? Yeah, and who doesn't want to be the badass that's like going in to save the day?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
yeah, I've always wanted to play like strong, badass characters like that. So it's sick to be able to yeah go in and like do some stunt training and like get to wear a neck prosthetic and have fake blood. Like it's all the things that I love. Yeah.
Okay, so that okay, so that really just brings me into my next question is like, okay, so if I remember correctly, because I tried writing them down, but the stunts that I could tell were you getting the tray to the face was amazing. That
Ah,
the way
yeah.
they filmed that and everything was so good. It was so
Thank
good.
you. I agree.
Yeah.
and like figuring out what the best angles are at to like make the like snap of the head back look real, and like
Yeah.
practicing all of that was like really fun. Yeah. Yeah, and we wanted it to kind of read like a jump scare too. Like Danishka
Yeah.
wanted it to kind of also be like a Jesus like moment for everybody involved, so the audience as well. So it was working out the timing of me stepping and getting to the corner and kind of like rounding that corner and her being ready. Like it was, yeah, just working out that timing and kind of like speaking it out loud a couple times and stuff. Like we had obviously had a couple separate days where we did actual like stunt training. But it wasn't truly wasn't that much time. Like we had a day, maybe two
Whoa.
days total that were stunt training, but it was like split up between, but like like you said, it's actually like a decent amount of stuff. So it was split up. Like we had maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours to work on the tray, and
Wow.
then left it for 10 days and then shot that scene. You know what I mean? So I'm like
Wow.
every single day going over these videos, watching the videos, practicing the next snap, like all these little things. But I love it. It's so fun. Like I love stunt stuff. So that does
Yeah.
not work for me. Yeah, that was really cool. And there's also like the first, like it doesn't really read like a stunt, but there's also when we first go into the house,
Oh, you get
and
shot.
Lucille and I'm looking before I get before I get shot. The first time when we first get in, and Lucille like um pulls me around and tries to put a syringe in my neck. Do you remember that
Oh
part?
yeah. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that also is a stunt because
Right.
syringe. So we had to
Yeah.
figure out the like movements of her grabbing me, spinning me around, holding me, and like Ryan trying to get her off of me. Yeah,
That baton.
that whole thing. So that was also like an entire different stunt sequence that, yeah, same thing. Filmed it, was going over it every day. It was like 10 days later we filmed it. Um,
That's so
but then
cool.
obviously, but I did have a stunt double. I'm not going to take credit for all of it,
Dang.
but they did an amazing job. Like you
Yeah.
cannot tell that I have a stunt double. But I learned like the whole sequence. The only part that isn't actually me and isn't actually Diane is when I literally like throw like slam
Oh
her to
yeah,
the
you
ground.
do the fucking like rest macho man, like you're going nowhere, and you slam her to the ground.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that isn't actually us. That's I think one of the main part. Oh, and the bottle smashed to the head also isn't either of
That
us,
was awesome.
unfortunately. But hell
That was
yeah.
awesome too.
But the whole moment, like going up to it, like me running and grabbing the bottle, like all of that is actually me because you can see my face. But yeah,
That's
but that
awesome.
was so sick, dude. Like so fun. Yeah, I've always wanted to play a role like that where I get to do some physical stuff. I get to be badass. I get to have
But
blood. Like I said, all of it.
you had the prosthetic on your neck. Like when we see the gash thing, that's you getting that like effect and
No,
everything on your neck.
they actually slit my neck for real. It was crazy.
It was really the work of them stitching it was the miracle, is them
It was
putting my
I
neck back
just
together.
decided it was truly, yeah, that was the true movie along the way. No, yeah, yeah. It was that, yeah. I love it, love a prosthetic when it's not, I mean, God bless Jacques, because I don't think I could play Henry. I don't think I could
Oh,
wear that much
yeah.
prosthetics.
Yeah.
Maybe, I mean, it depends. I shouldn't say I couldn't, but would depend on the role. That's just respect, respect.
Yeah.
But
Substance.
that was, dude, yes, like what? So much was like I cannot imagine sitting in a chair for 4 hours getting prosthetics. Yeah, like it's this giant prosthetic that's like this big with like
Holy
the head
fuck.
piece, like he had like and his back, he had this huge hump on his
Yeah.
back. Like it was
Yeah.
heavy, heavy too. Yeah,
It
so he's
reminded
doing
me
these
of
like
Goonies, but like not fun. Really scary.
yeah,
Like if it was
yeah,
really
yeah. It's
scary.
like
It was terrifying.
yeah. If Goonies and Monster Eliza Sue had a baby,
Yeah. 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 Oh
that's
man, it's
Henry. The prosthetic on my neck was so fun to do, and got to go on like a separate day and do the prosthetic test and like the blood test, to for them to like make sure. And then on the day, as is film, it ended up that the day that we were supposed to shoot it, we were like running super behind, which truly was not a normal thing. Like this crew was amazing. I don't remember what happened that day, but we were running behind, and it was supposed to be one of the last things that we were shooting that day. So we get, and it's like crunch time, and then yeah, it's pretty much the end of the day. And I was at the point where I was like, are we actually going to shoot this today? Like I didn't know if they would just be like, okay, we're just gonna go home and we're gonna move it to another day. Like I was like, are we doing it? Are we not doing it? I was like so back and forth. And it seemed like we wouldn't even have time to do it. And then all of a sudden they just like run to me and holding and they're like, okay, we're doing it. And I was like, okay. So they just like bring me into this tent outside and they're putting the prosthetic on my neck and the team is amazing. Like this is an Emmy nominated prosthetic team. Like they do not
Fuck
mess
yeah.
around. Like
That's
they were
awesome.
like, it's fucking go time.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
they did my whole ass setup. They did I filmed the whole thing and I think in a time lapse or just a video on my phone. They did it in 20 minutes. Like
Wow.
I got one take. Everybody go home and I was like,
Huh.
can I can I please do it again?
Oh, because yeah, I guess they're like, we can't just reset that. So,
And it was literally the end of the day. They were like, please,
right,
everybody wants to go home. And I was
right.
like, was it good? Did I do it?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Am I okay? Am I okay?
am I am I still
Yeah,
I'm still
yeah.
here? Yeah, it was just like such a whirlwind, right? And then all of a sudden they were like, okay, go home. And I was like just wiping blood off myself. I'm like, okay, good, bye.
I mean, it clearly
Yeah,
shows you guys work together well because if that shot is great, it's really great, and
thank
it
you.
makes it in
Thank
the final film, and it's fantastic. Like it's a really,
you.
really fun shot. Like it's a really fun shot.
Danishka's a genius. Like she makes
It's really
everything
good.
just it's so beautifully shot the entire movie. It's so cinematic. The color, the coloring, the music, like everything about it. I'm just so proud of.
The eerie shots of the hallways and the silhouette, the use of the silhouette of Henry, like
Mhm.
the idea that the monster's coming but you still don't see it.
We got some good Dutch angles in there, like
Yeah, 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 yeah.
all the fun. Like I don't think we did a full tilt to upside down shot. Maybe we did, but most of like the classic horror shots are in there.
Yeah, it's very, you got some,
Yeah,
it's funny that you mentioned that, and that's something I noticed too, is like, it's a little bit of an homage to like Hitchcock with some shots, and
totally. Yeah.
what was
All the
neat
like, yeah,
was,
all the really, really like
yeah,
harsh
the
angles.
jolts,
That's called the Dutch angle. I actually
the
learned
Dutch
that on this
angle.
set.
Isn't that
Yes.
cool? So cool.
Yes. I'm pretty sure Umberly taught me that actually. I was like, I should know this as a horror fan.
Everything
But
you
yeah, so
go on
that's
to now, you're like, do we get Dutch angles? Or are we going to do the Dutch angle now?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Cut to me in every podcast ever, just being
yeah,
like, yeah, so it's just
yeah,
like riddled with Dutch angles. It's like an homage
yeah.
to yeah.
Yeah.
You know about Ken Burns? I taught him how to do the Ken Burns.
Yes, yeah. They wanted to
Yeah.
name it after me, but I was like, no, that's fine.
I don't need it. I don't need the
Um,
accolades.
well, what was neat too is like you guys are, because the movie's out, you guys are obviously allowed to start sharing some stuff. And I remember I looked at Humberly's feed and she posted how they actually put the camera on a rig on her for when she falls back. And that's
Yeah.
such an iconic shot in movies. So to see them how they do that and see that like behind the scenes was so cool.
Dude, the vibes on set were just immaculate always. Everybody was so cool. Everybody's just like it's so easygoing. Like the crew, one of the most hardworking yet chill crews that I've ever worked with. Like they were not messing around. Like nobody was like dicking around not doing their job, but we were like definitely dicking around having fun while we were all working.
Well, yeah, like you guys should be having fun. Look at your, like, that's such a
Yeah,
fun thing to be making, This script, like, the story does what it knows the viewer is thinking. So, like, I was like, just do a video call if it's a crazy old person, right? But clearly they thought of that,
really.
right? So you're like, oh, fuck. And then I would think of this, and then they
I
would be like,
didn't.
no, we're going to address that. You're like, damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Uh,
I mean, there obviously are parts of the script that are slightly exaggerated for like dramatic
it's a
effect,
horror. Yeah, it's
but
a horror movie.
it's a horror. It's
Yeah.
a horror. It's not going to be 1,000% realistic, or else we wouldn't be watching it because that's not interesting. But I do, yeah, that's what I love about the script too. And one of the first things that I noticed was like, okay, they're ticking off all the boxes of like the things that you would scream at the screen, being like, "Why aren't you doing this?"
Yeah,
They
yeah, yeah, yeah.
did most of the things, and like she tried, and then Maria goes and all that. So it's, I mean, yeah, like I said, thankfully I haven't dealt with like online dating, but I think it like really hits home, especially for females, of just like the actual like dangers that lurk around every corner. So like
Yeah.
for it to be directed by Danishka, like to be told through a female lens, which is so sick. Because it was written like John and Al Kaplan, two dudes. So like for
Yeah.
first of all, for them to write a story like this is so dope. That
Yeah.
really like it feels like it's from a female perspective. And then just I'm so happy that we had a female director and she was able to lean into that because I think it made it so much more real. Everyone can relate to feeling unsafe, but it's a different
Right.
level of unsafe when you like
Right.
physically could be just like lifted up and taken.
Right.
That's a
Right.
totally different goal.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing like that's what I love about it is that itself is terrifying, but then what it's basically your worst nightmare is what Match goes for. It's like we're gonna take what
Yeah,
you're
it's
the worst thing you're thinking of, we're doing it.
yeah, and then we might just like one up you one more thing. Yeah, exactly.
I get why Tubi is very proud to put their name on it because
Yeah.
it really surprises you. And it goes so far into a horror that you're like, whoa, like
Yeah.
yeah,
Fuck
yeah,
yeah,
no,
dude. Yeah, I mean, I might be biased, but I agree. Yeah, I totally. That was even on set when we were finished shooting something and we got to sneak a peek at the monitor. Like it, I was just astounded at how sick it looked. I mean, it's hard.
so
It's hard for anything to look ugly when you're shooting in such a beautiful place like South
right,
Africa.
right.
But yeah, the Danishka's eye is just and everybody else and George like the DP like everybody that worked on it was just so everybody was so much on the same page and had the same
Mhm.
vision and it was so cool to watch them work together as this like little like nebulous like machine where it was really awesome that nobody like it was a well-oiled machine and that everybody knew their parts and like knew their jobs but everybody was like egos aside and we're so open to each other's ideas that like the grip person could be like hey what about this thing when it was an appropriate time could toss an idea out and they would be like oh hell yeah you know what I mean like
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
not every set not every set is
No,
like that like there's so many
no.
directors so many DPs who are like have their heads up their own butts for lack of a better term and
Yeah,
can just like people can just kind of be dicks sometimes and like it's
yeah.
like you said earlier it's supposed to be fun like we're not
Yeah, like
doing brains like we're
this
making a
is your
movie
freaking
like let that
job. Yeah, you're making a
yeah
story come to life. That's pretty fucking awesome. Like,
it's not literally life and death guys like that we're
yeah.
acting like
But I've definitely
we can
been on
have fun
sets
yeah
where they even prep you and they're like, so don't interact with blah, 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 blah. And you're like,
yeah
okay, okay. Like, you're just kind of,
yeah there's
so,
sets where you don't
you
even
walk
like
on,
see the director they're like in a totally
oh,
different
yeah.
area and you're like
It's
they're
like
just like
the,
yeah they're like saying
yeah,
notes to you through the AD and you're like does this person where's this person do they exist
yeah, yeah. It's very much like Wizard of Oz. There is no curtain. Just listen to the voice. And you're like, oh my God.
there's the yeah
People, if you haven't watched it again, I don't think we've said it 1,000 times, but it is free on Tubi. Don't even need an account.
guys
Uh,
it's free and it's on Tubi
it's free, okay? Um, so okay,
free.
I have a couple last questions. This is more just nerdgasm. These are just fun one-offs. What is your dream role? It could be anything. It could be voiceover. What's your dream role? Like a character you want to play, a role you like what if somebody said you can have any role you want, what would that be?
Well, okay, I have a couple different answers. I would love my dream stage role is to play Mimi in Rent. So
Oh,
that's my favorite musical of all time. I love Rent. I love Mimi. I've always wanted to play her since I was in middle school and was obsessed with Rent, which I don't think you should be obsessed with Rent in middle school, but I was. Um, but I would also love to like in an ideal world, I would be in a trilogy that's like the Hunger Games esque, where I get to play like a badass, like Katniss Everdeen character, where I get to do a lot of
dope.
physical stuff, and I get to have a long story arc with like loves and heartbreak and all of the things, you know. Just
Cool.
that would be so sick. And then it would probably spin off into like a video game, and then I'd get to voice the video game and do mocap.
Love
That's
it.
the true dream.
That is the true dream right
All
there.
of
Yeah.
them. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. That would
That's a
be so
great
sick.
that's a great answer. I love that. Marvel or DC?
I was trying to think of like a funny answer, and really my mind just went blank. I was gonna be like, it's chocolate.
Why my
I don't
favorite
know.
chocolate?
Probably my gut says DC, and I don't know why.
Hey,
Maybe
DC's great.
because maybe because Wonder Woman.
Yeah. So any character DC, I think you would be great. They should at least let you audition for Wonder Woman. I mean,
Thank
Maria
you.
pretty much went Wonder Woman on Lucille. So
I could be Gal Gadot's like daughter, right?
I think so. I think so.
Really?
You could do a
Like
lot better. You could do a lot better. That's why we'll say distant daughter. You do a lot
I
better.
I I don't I'm not saying anything. I don't know.
Kalel, no.
Literally any superhero in either universe would be so sick to play. I would love to have like a new, yeah, some sort of new, like spooky, if, like maybe there could be a new superhero that's like it only comes out around Halloween time or something. Like if I could be like
Yeah.
I'm like pumpkin girl or something better.
You mean pumpkin spice?
It's
Ah,
just cinnamon in everyone's face.
yeah. Yeah. Everyone's
I'm
sneezing.
like
Ah.
instead of like waterboarding like to torture people, I do like the cinnamon challenge.
Everyone's like, oh, yeah, it's just they're just puking out the cinnamon.
I
It
mean,
hurts
why am
so
I?
bad.
I'm just yeah, I'm a superhero. I'm not a supervillain. Sorry, my bad, my bad.
And I can't control it. This is kind of like the first Nerdgasm podcast episode, so thank you so much for being on. Again, so proud of you.
Thank you
So
for
awesome.
having me, letting me be the first one.
Of course, of course. I mean, thank you. Thank you for letting me have you on and talk about Match and everything. I was like, she's going to be in the sequel, and then you're not going to be in the sequel.
I think that because Maria and Paola are so close, that Maria would probably come back in like her dreams,
Right.
and probably just like as an apparition, I'd be like, Paola, you stupid bitch, don't do that.
Yeah. Drop, get
And then
out.
I did,
Ooh.
yeah, like the cloud of Mufasa in The Lion King, but it's just my
Right.
face. I will be in the sequel. That's what we're manifesting.
Yes, matches. That's what I'm assuming it's called.
I don't know why I did this.
Yeah.
That's not a thing.
Woo! What happens when Maria also gets a crazy date? So it's just about you. Oh, but she's dead now. So
It's just ghosts. It's just ghost dating.
so it's still following.
Matches. Ah, Maria.
Yeah, yeah. What? Yeah, Paula's just a simple girl, but what people don't know is her sister's ghost follows her everywhere she goes.
Yeah. But her sister's a ghost.
Oh.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do? And they live together. Yeah, I actually want to write that
Okay.
script. I think that could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, but now it's a sitcom and it has to be with a live studio audience or I
Yes.
will riot.
Yes, and we have to film in South Africa just because.
Obviously.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being on the show. I'm so excited to see the next projects you're going to be on. You're doing so much right now, and it's so cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, again,
Appreciate
watch Match. It is streaming on Tubi, anywhere that there's internet. And make sure to follow Shaeane on all the socials. I will tag her and everything. Follow her stuff. She's doing music. She's in commercials. She's in movies. She's going to be in Rent. We're going to manifest that. She's going to be in it. But yeah, keep kicking ass. And again, I keep saying this, but I am going to get your first interview when you get into the MCU. I'm calling it right now.
Or the DCU.
Or the DCU. Correct.
Hey,
Correct.
I will take. I'm happy to be a superhero or a supervillain. I'll take whichever universe will have
Hell
me.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. All right. Well, that's it for this issue of the Nerdgasm. Thank you so much to Shaeane for being a guest on the show. Can't wait to have you back on. And a big thanks to all of you for watching and spending your Halloween with us. Make sure to subscribe on your way out, and we'll see you next time on the Nerdgasm.